guys, welcome back to Making Food Monday. This week we're gonna make a brand new soup. Today we're making steak soup. For today's recipe, we will need oil. I've got avocado oil. You can use what you've got. Chicken bouillon powder, or you can use beef bouillon. I don't have any, so I'm using chicken. Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, tomato paste, onion soup mix, flour, steak. I've got these little boneless beef top flat iron steaks, and we're gonna need some egg noodles, but that should be all we need for our recipe today, guys. The first thing we're going to do today is cut our steaks into about 1-inch cubes. I've got 4 8-ounce packages. You'll need somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 pounds of steak. Once I get all of my steak cut into bite-sized pieces, I'm going to grab a large Ziploc bag and I'm going to add 1/4 cup of flour to the bag. 1/4 cup of flour in the bag. Then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper, and 1 teaspoon of pepper. Then I'm going to give that a little shake to season my flour. And then I'm going to add my steak to my Ziploc bag. Then I'm going to seal up my Ziploc bag and give it a good shake, making sure to coat all of my steak with that seasoned flour. Then I'm going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil to the bottom of my pot. And I never measure this part, I just add a little oil to the bottom. Then I'll drop down here to my sear roast function and get that started. Once the oil has had a chance to warm up, we're gonna go ahead and add our steak to the pot. Now we're gonna make sure that all of our steak has a chance to brown. While my steak finishes up searing, I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 envelope of onion soup mix. 1 envelope of onion soup mix. I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And then I'll go ahead and stop that sear roast function. And then I'm going to add 4 cups of water. And as I add the water, I'm just going to make sure that I deglaze the bottom of my pot because there's gonna be lots of yummy bits stuck to the bottom, which will prevent your pot from sealing if we don't make sure and scrub them off. Then I'm going to add 2 more cups of water for a total of 6 cups of water, followed by 6 teaspoons of chicken bouillon powder. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 teaspoons. And if it really bothers you to use chicken bouillon, of course you can use beef. I just didn't have any on hand, so I'm gonna go ahead and use chicken bouillon powder. Then we'll give everything a final mix. And I'll go ahead and seal up my pot. I'm gonna drop down here to my chicken function because that's my high pressure. I'm gonna bring the time cook down to just 7 minutes. And that's going to give my steak cubes enough time to be good and tender. Okay guys, my time has expired. It's time to let the pressure out. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and open it up. Then we are going to add 4 cups of dry egg noodles. 4 cups of dry egg noodles. And we'll give those a good stir. Make sure that they're all the way down in our liquid. Then I'm going to cancel my keep warm function and I'm going to hit my sear roast button and go ahead and start that. Now we could seal up our pot and let these egg noodles cook for about 1 minute under pressure, or I can just turn on my pot and let them cook in this hot liquid for about 7 minutes. And I think it's going to take about the same amount of time either way. And the last thing I'm going to add to my pot is 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Then I'll mix that tomato paste in, give it 1 last layer of flavor, let those egg noodles finish cooking. And there we have it, guys, steak soup. Okay, Jax, I've got it made and it's plated. Now we need a guinea pig. Do it. Guinea pig! Yay! That was fast. Wow. Who thinks it smells good? me too. I think it smells amazing. Who should go first? Jordan. Okay, Jordan, have a taste.
I'm gonna grab a noodle and I'm gonna grab a meat.
Awesome.
I'm a bit confused on steak soup. Like,
I don't know.
That gives me no hint of what the flavor is.
It sounds a little strange, but it smells good.
It smells delicious. It's a lot different than I was expecting.
What do you think?
It might sound crazy and my taste buds might be just way off, but it kind of tastes like a French dip sandwich.
Ooh.
But it's really good. The piece of meat I got had a ton of fat on it, so it was like super tender.
Perfect. How many thumbs are you gonna give that, Jordan?
I'm gonna give that 100 bazillion. That's really good.
Nice. Yes, I'll take it. All right, let's see, Jesse. The face looks good. The rub in the tummy looks good. The bouncing up and down looks good. What do you think, Jax? How many thumbs are you gonna give that?
Oh, a long, long, long
one long thumb. Got it. Thanks, Jax. All right. Let's see. I think we'll go Mia. Try a steak, my dear.
That is not bad.
How many thumbs are you gonna give it?
5.5 out of 10.
Ooh, that's more than half. Yes. Thanks, Mia.
She's really tough.
All right, Dad, it's all you. Let's see what Dad thinks of the soup.
It smells delicious. It looks great. That's really good. Wow, that meat is super tender.
Perfect.
Wow, that is super tender meat. I see what Nano says about the French dip soup. The au jus. It's really good.
Yeah? How many thumbs are you gonna give it?
Wow. I'm gonna give it 8. 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I'll take them.
This is good.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, guys, my final thoughts. I was a little worried that this soup would be super bland because there's not a lot of ingredients in it, but it's really not bland. However, I think the steak has kind of a strange texture because I'm not a huge fan of steak. So I'm gonna give this one thumb because I think it worked out really well and everybody was a big fan of it. It's just not my favorite soup I've ever made. It's definitely good. It's just not my favorite. Okay, guys, steak soup, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes?
Absolutely.
Steak soup was actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was really concerned it was going to be flavorless. And although it was not flavorless, I was let down a little bit by the texture of the steak. It just wasn't my cup of tea. It's definitely worth trying, but now that we've had it, I don't think I'll make it
I
again.
will stick by my claim that it tastes like a French dip sandwich.
However, it is time to put my Smartypants to bed. So,
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want me to put the channel strong? Share it with your friends. And now, good night, YouTube. See you till my tongue. Subscribe. Please subscribe now.
Poof. I like steak and noodles.
you liked all of it? Thanks, man.
And the soup.